Hi there, my name is Lo. Welcome to my channel where I discuss everything between Hermes and grocery bags. Today I wanted to do a little review kind of video about the Wandler Penelope bag. I got this bag a little while ago. I've worn it a couple of times, so I thought it would be a good time to do a first impressions video. Today I'll be giving you a little tour of the bag, show you what fits, talk about dimensions, weight, all of the good stuff, and tell you what I like less, and whether I would buy it again given my current experience. So let's start with a little tour of the bag. This bag is made of Italian leather. It is very clearly in black. Wandler has a gorgeous array of color, and if you've been with my channel for a little while, by the way, if you have and you are a subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Anyway, if you've been with me on my channel for a little while, you know that Wandler is a brand that I really enjoy, and the Penelope is definitely one that I wanted to add to my collection. Wandler has a wonderful array of colors, but the Penelope is one that I feel you can dress up a little bit more if it's in a more classic color, but you can also wear it very casually in a more fun color. It's made of a smooth Italian leather, like most of Wandler's bags, if I am correct. It says Wandler on the front here. Wandler bags are always very low-key, which is something I really enjoy about this brand. So the width of this bag is 26 centimeters or 10.2 inches. Let me move it over to the side. So the height is 17.5 centimeters or 6.9 inches, and the depth is 8.5 centimeters or 3.3 inches, at least here at the bottom. It's a bit of an harmonica style bag, so you can kind of squeeze it in. We'll get to the strap in a little bit, but it is a detail that kind of goes all around the bag depending on how long you wear the strap. So you can see it coming down the side over here, goes on the bottom, and then back here onto the other side, where you can actually pin it back down with a clasp if you're wearing it on the shortest setting. And on the one end, the strap is connected with a ring, so the strap is definitely not removable. But if you would want to wear this bag as a clutch, you can definitely tuck it into the bag and you wouldn't notice it all that much. On this side, the bag is kept together with this ring. On the other side, however, it is kept together with this snap button, and that will also keep the strap in place if you're wearing it on a shorter setting. This bag has a top flap with a magnetic closure. So there's two magnets over here, which correspond to the two magnets that we have on the top over here. That's how you keep the bag closed. The weight of this bag is a little over 400 grams, which is a little under 1 pound. So the Wandler Penelope kind of comes in three variations. You have this one with a very, well, typical type of flap, which I really like. There is a micro version of this one. It's pretty new. It's not something that really appeals to me. This is really the size for me when it comes to the identical variation of this bag. But there's also a style which is called the Penelope. I will insert a picture because I don't really know how to describe it. I think it also has sort of this harmonica style on the bottom, but I think it's really more of a flap bag, and the flap folds over a little bit more, while here the flap is really something that just closes on the top. Then let's move on to the inside of the bag, and I mean, the outside is already pretty interesting in terms of shape, and if you know me a little bit longer than just today, you know that I'm a sucker for oddly shaped bags. It has two compartments, so here you see that I still have the dust bag in it. Comes with this very typical Wandler dust bag. They're pretty okay quality, nothing special. This also has the care card in it. It has two compartments. You see here one in the back, and then there's a middle divider, which will basically then also give you another equally sized compartment on the front. So I think you can hopefully see it a little bit better like this. Like all of the other Wandler bags that I have, it has this sort of beigey suede interior, which unfortunately is fairly prone to becoming dirty, I think it's something that you have to accept. Wandler bags do come at a more reasonable price point than a lot of other luxury bags, plus they also go on sale, so if you keep an eye out and you're not too picky about the color, this is definitely a bag that you can pick up with 50 to 60% discount. So that was the interior. We'll do a what fits in a little bit, but I just wanted to keep on talking about the strap a little longer. So as I was already saying before, on the shorter setting, the rest of the strap that you kind of have left will go all around the bag, and it will tie up over here with this little buckle. The bag also has other settings. Before we continue, measure the drop length of this. So this is about 25 centimeters, about 10 inches, I would say. So in the shorter setting, this is something you can wear over the shoulder. It will really be in your armpit, so depending on how much you stuff this bag, that won't always be super comfortable, but it does squish in, so if it's not too full, it will wear fairly comfortably, although of course on the top it will never really cinch in further because of the flap. Then if we put it on the middle setting, because it has 3 settings in total, and this is where you see that the strap can come out. Then on the middle setting, we just bring it down here. This is what I would consider a nice shoulder bag. The remainder of the strap will not go all around the bag anymore, of course, but it's sort of hidden away here on the side, so that also works very nicely. This gives us a drop length of about 41 centimeters, or a little over, yeah, it's approaching 16.5 inches. And then the final setting is the crossbody setting. It's all the way on the end here. That leaves you with pretty much no remainder of the strap. And as you can see here, well, we almost have to drop it to the floor. So this is quite long. For me, this is a perfect crossbody length, drop length of about 52 centimeters or 20.5 inches. Also measure this full length. That's about 103 centimeters or 40.5 inches length when you wear it crossbody. So a couple of downsides with this strap. It only has 3 settings. There is some thread sewn into the strap. I don't know exactly why, but that threading is interrupted wherever you have a hole for a strap setting, but because of that thread, you cannot just put a hole anywhere if you are even planning to do that. And another thing is that it is a very thin strap, and as you can see here, we have some distortions because I hang this back, so this is the crook from where I hang it, and then here you have a little crook from the first setting. Second setting is over here. I haven't used that all that much. And yeah, the strap can get kind of distorted in wearing it in different ways because yeah, it's just being wrapped around the back. It's very thin. You can just see where the buckle has set. So that is just something to note on the strap. Of course, not going to be an issue if you just always wear it on the same setting. Let's talk about what fits. For me, this is really the type of errand running bag. Even though it's 26 centimeters or over 10 inches, you would think it fit quite a lot, but just because the way that this bag is shaped and constructed, it honestly doesn't pack a punch. For me, however, it does fit all of the essentials that I need for just running errands, going to the supermarket, like going into town for a little bit. So something it will fit, for example, is a pair of sunglasses. This will fit into the bag. You can see it there in the front. What I also like to pack in this bag is just my pouch with my essentials. So yeah, this just has some stuff in it. I have a 6-slot card holder from Bottega, which I got for a steal because I usually don't spend all that much money on SLGs. Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro earbuds or whatever they're called. A lip balm, a mint, and my keys are in here. So this is just a Clinique makeup pouch that I got free with purchase, but a small pouch fits in there very nicely. And then of course I have my phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, so this is a very nice and compact phone, but if you are just using a full-size phone. And I think this will be like 16 centimeters. This like corresponds to a fairly big phone. If it's open, then that can also still easily go in there. And yeah, you would have some space for additional bits and bobs, but that's something that I usually wouldn't carry because all of that stuff is in my pouch. So this is what I would typically carry in this bag. It's perfectly fine for card holders. It can easily fit a compact wallet. The only thing that it will not fit is a full-size wallet. If you put it in front of the bag, you might think like, oh, that should actually fit, but because this bag cinches in so many places, you will actually not manage to get it past the opening here, because it's actually, let me just show you, this is already too narrow. So full-size wallet, no, but this will definitely fit most of your essentials, I would say, if you are just running out to the supermarket or something like that. So let me discuss pros and cons of this bag. What I really like about this bag, and I think what should be the primary reason for somebody to get it, is just the shape of it. I really appreciate Wandler bags. I just think they're classic, but in an innovative way. You will see this type of bag, like, okay, you might say that this is a flat bag, but this is not your typical flat bag. I really appreciate the organic shapes that Wandler will commonly bring into its designs. It is very minimal branding, as I already said. It just says Wandler here on the front, so if you're into low-key luxury, this is definitely a brand that in general is interesting, but also, again, for this bag, it is secure because of the magnetic closure or the magnetic flap, but it's also easy to open. Magnets are pretty strong, as you can hear, but nothing that cannot be overcome. I like the versatility of the bag in terms of the strap length that it offers. So it's not one that I would commonly wear as a top handle bag, because just this strap is fairly narrow and it's not something I really like for top handle. But yeah, it's a very easy crook of the arm, over the shoulder, and even crossbody bag. And I was surprised by how much I actually liked wearing this crossbody. It actually looks fairly good. Like, it's not too boxy, it's not too bulky, it's not sticking out too much. When we're talking about the cons, well, the magnetic closure makes it very secure. It makes it also fairly easy to open and close, but you do have two very strong magnets here on the top and here on the bottom, and I've already had it on a number of occasions where I was just trying to put my keys in my bags and my keys got stuck on the magnets. So if that's something that annoys you, that's something that you might want to consider. Also, because the bag is so cinched at the top, I wouldn't say I really have difficulty finding my things in here because it's a small bag, but it can be a little bit harder to get things in and out of the bag, especially if they just fit. Also here, the flap sort of folds in back again on itself and it's not sewn down, because I guess they didn't want to have the stitching on that end. But things can also get stuck under this flap. This middle divider is really not a must-have for me. I'm not really sure if it's just there for the sake of the construction of the bag, but whenever a bag obviously has a divider, you will have to be more cautious about what stuff you can put into the bag. So you might also consider that a con. But I already touched upon was the strap. Love the versatility in terms of length. Just not sure why we have all of this threading throughout the strap, because it doesn't allow for you to put any additional holes in there, I think, without ruining the strap. And because it's a very thin strap, it will leave marks and imprints if you wear it in different settings. I don't think it's very noticeable. You can see it over here a little bit, that even if you put some stress on the bag, you will really have to put some more weight in the bag, and then it will even out a little bit. But I think it's something that you will always notice a little bit. But I think those are the cons that I can think of for this bag right now. It's really gorgeous leather. It's a very interesting style, and yeah, I cannot recommend Wandler enough, because I think you're getting really good value for your money, especially if you get these bags on sale. You're just getting a interesting yet timeless piece of beautiful Italian leather. And overall, I've been finding with Wandler that just the crafting is also very, very well done. So would I recommend this bag? Would I get it again if I were to lose it? Yeah, I think this is definitely one that I would get again. I'm not sure it's one I would get another color of, because that's just in general something I don't really do. But I'm very happy to have this one, and I'm very excited to use it further in the future. So that is it for now. Hope you found it useful and or enjoyable. If you have any questions, drop them down below for me in the comments and I'll get back to you. Remember, for now there's a styling situation and a taste for everything, so don't judge, wear whatever the bag you like. Until next time, or as we would say in Dutch, doei!